In today's episode of the Pathway Presents podcast, I got a very interesting guest with me here today. I'm with Ozlem Kilavuz, and she's heading over from the folks over at CloudSource. And they're basically promoting transformation through technology. They're a Gold Microsoft partner for once. And yeah, it's really interesting to what the guys are doing in the digital, yeah, basically in the space of transforming healthcare organizations. So let's jump into that in depth and let's hear from Ozlem herself. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. So maybe give people a brief overview. What is CloudSource all about in your own words?
So CloudSource, as you said, we are a Microsoft solutions provider, and we focus on the digital transformation strategy and delivery services to empower government organizations. And we focus on the UK public sector. And within the government organizations, we work with the local and central government departments, agencies, and regulators. And we aim to digitize and transform the public services through technology.
That is not an easy feat, but it's very important for sure. So
It is. It is.
now, you know, what would you say? Who within those organizations is, reaching out? Which is it, like from the CTO type of personality? Is it, a leader? Is it an organizational leader? Is it operations teams that reach out to you guys? Like, who is typically the champion for CloudSource?
Well, our target audience are mainly like the C-level decision makers within the government, and they are mostly head of ITs, head of transformation, CIOs, CTOs that we work with, and we kind of try to engage with them through different channels and to kind of advise and guide them through this transformation journey within the organization. But in the end, we aim to empower them to deliver better public services.
Very good. Now, how do these folks learn about CloudSource? Like, what's the journey that they're going through in order to, hear about you guys and getting started?
Yeah. So, while let's say customer journeys here is a bit different because it's government and government services, public sector. When we are engaging with this audience, we try to create different like multi-channel and always on communication with them. So we use our website, we regularly post blog posts, we use social media platforms, mainly LinkedIn and Twitter. That's on the online side. On the offline side, we attend industry events that are organized by public sector publishers or the government itself. And through these channels, we try to kind of inspire, educate, and guide them on what to ask for mainly, because they usually say they know where they want to end up, but they don't know where to start. The digital transformation, how to use the technology for the benefit of people, and that's people is both citizens and employees, because what we do is we kind of reduce this technical debt within these organizations, years of data, legacy systems. We innovate them, and then we kind of enable new ways of working where they get the right data at the right time, so they have actionable insights to go and make decisions to deliver seamless and digital citizen experiences. Like as an example, let's say if you want to renew your passport, you don't have to, get online, download the form, fill the form, go to the post office and do the application and wait for weeks. Instead, now you are able to do everything online with just one login through one platform. So we are the people behind those sort of solutions.
Got you. Makes a whole lot of sense. Now, what role would you say does the website play? CloudSource.uk and like what's the role of it, in their journey, you would say?
Yeah, well, our website is more like our shop front, where we kind of showcase what the technology is, what the solution is, and what's the benefit behind, and the ways of using this technology, like digital data and technology. We use Microsoft technology. We are a Microsoft partner, so we use Dynamics 365, Power Platform, Azure sort of solutions. But through our website, the content there is more informative and educating content. So they learn about it a bit more before they do the decision. So because with the government, the buying process is a bit different from private sector. There are these frameworks that the procurement is being made. So, and as a marketer, my job is to influence that decision through this awareness and consideration journey to enable them to make the right decision. And that's how we use the website to do this as a tool. So they land on our website and they go through these resources, and then hopefully they are being inspired to learn more, and then they reach out to us. And we and from that point on, we kind of advise and guide them throughout the whole process.
Gotcha. Very cool. Now, what would you say is this, because a lot of marketers we have on the show, they see sort of different strengths and different improvement opportunities for the website. And what's quite interesting in your case is that it's a very specific role, right, that the website plays. Like, how do you think, what do you see for the website as a role moving forward? Does it become an even more integral part of the buyer's journey? How do you think about that?
It is kind of an integral part of the journey. It is still an important piece. And this is where the journey kind of starts in most ways. And like your question's timing is actually very interesting, because right now we are in the process of redesigning our website. So that's an ongoing project which will get the results like early next year. And now we are also challenging ourselves how to make it better, how to make this experience better. So we will kind of add more modules to the website where they will actually see proof points that like how this works for other government departments, with the case studies, with the more video resources. So we will have like more like a resource hub that they can go and learn a bit more about what to expect and also what to ask for. So yeah, I mean, the options are endless on the website, but we are getting there.
Gotcha. Very cool. I'd like to switch gears a little bit, right? We talked about what you guys are doing. We talked a little bit about sort of, the specific, challenges within the industry. Now, I would love to talk a little bit more about yourself as a marketer. Given that your industry is specific as a marketer, and not all the knowledge and insights of maybe typical B2C or maybe even typical B2B customers would even apply, right, in your scenario. Where do you personally find like high quality information for the type of marketing you need to do? Is there like groups, resources, blogs, podcasts, peers? What do you do?
Yeah, I try to use online resources, and I kind of try to, there are these specific, when you are in the business, them, there's this specific government focused publishers. So I try to follow up their content because they know what's coming next, what to follow up, what's the hot topic right now. But also what I also noticed that is an interesting fact, the old style marketing still works for government, like that in-person communication, that close networking. And that's how you get the valuable information from. That's why we are also trying to focus on the in-person events as well. Like getting together, understanding them a bit more. And also just recently, we just published the results of a survey that we have done across the UK government, covering more than 100 local and central government departments. And that was quite insightful as well. So we now know what their real challenges are, what are the pitfalls during their digital transformation journey. and how we can help them.
Mm-hmm.
So different resources.
Very good. Now, I got some rapid fire questions as we're
Okay.
at the end of the interview to get to know you and your journey as a marketer a little bit better. Are you ready for those?
I am ready.
Very good. What is the last book that you read?
Oh, the last book. Actually, right now I'm reading a book called Anatomy of the Spirit, which is totally off the subject, but it gives a really good insight on the energy medicine that can be used for both physical and spiritual healing. So that's what I'm reading right now.
Very good. What's one single thing that your company is focused on the most at the moment?
So we are empowering public services, like public sector organizations, but right now we are very focused on tailoring our solutions for different departments within the government. That's in our focus right now.
Gotcha. What's the last, or if there would be sort of, you would have a magic wand, right? You can change everything you wanted about your role as a marketer in your industry. What's the one thing?
That's a good question. I think I will say maybe qualitative data, because as the nature of the industry, like when you are working with the government, your target audience are less accessible, and sometimes you need more information. I think I would kind of use that magic wand to change that.
Very nice. And the very last question would be, if we do a little bit of time travel, right? If we go back to the London College of Business Studies, right? International business. You're heading out of formal education. Now, what's the one advice you would give yourself as a marketer for that journey?
Well, as a marketer, I think that would be this one thing that would stick with me from one of my ex-managers, like senior managers, and it's very true. I think I would give that advice to anyone, and that was like test faster, fail faster to learn faster. And I think that was a really good advice. So I would just give the same advice to everyone.
Very good. Then, Ozlem, I think you gave us a wonderful insight into the world of CloudSource, how you're thinking about growth in that very specific industry, and of course, your journey as a marketer a little bit as well. I want to give you the very last word. If somebody would be forgetting all that we discussed about CloudSource, what's the one thing that people should remember?
Okay, so CloudSource is the go-to company for digitizing and innovating public services, in one sentence.
Thanks a lot for being a guest on Pathmark Presents.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.